Drake and Kanye. So these two people have been synonymous with each other because they have been part of a beef that has been going on, a more silent beef, a lot more silent than the one that took place between Drake and Kendrick, right? This one really is poetic because both of these people are going on a downward spiral, right? Drake is dealing with the stuff that he's dealing with, the lawsuits and everything. Kanye is dealing with the controversy. He's not dealing with it, he's causing the controversy, and it's causing both of them to go on a downward spiral. Why do I say that the downward spiral is poetic? The reason I say that is because they are both caused by one thing, and that is yes men. If you don't know what a yes man is, here's a quick overview. A yes man is a person who's next to you that is going to say that anything you say is brilliant, and it is a work of art, and it is touched and anointed by God himself, right? That's what a yes man is. Doesn't tell you when anything is wrong, doesn't tell you when something needs improving. He doesn't tell you anything. That's what a yes man is. Both of the downward spirals have been caused by yes men. Let's go first to Drake, right? Drake has a big kind of clique around him, right? He has a big clique around him, and because he's a celebrity, that's the reason I say that. He has a big clique behind him, and because he's rewarding them with monetary gain, they have no incentive to tell this dude that something he's doing is wrong, right? Such as filing a lawsuit after losing a beef, which is very much looked down upon in terms of like hip hop and the culture in hip hop, because the culture of hip hop, it started as the contrarian, the opposing force that black people used to kind of express their feelings of suppression and suffering, right? The move that he pulled is a very, very weird move in terms of like the eyes of hip hop, right? Because at its core, it's always been fuck the police, right? It's always been that. So why are you going out there just because you lost a beef? You're going over there and you're going to basically tell, right? You're going over there to tell, which is not something that is looked very well upon in hip hop. That's why Drake has been on a downward spiral, right? With Kanye, no one's checking him. No one's telling him that whatever he's doing is wrong. No one is telling him that not everything that comes into his brain is genius. No one tells him that not everything that comes out of your brain should be exposed to the world, right? Sometimes, like, your brain thinks of stupid shit, and sometimes it may not even be the work of your, like, it may not be a representation of who you are, right? Where yes men come in the case of Kanye, is he no one told him that exposing his wife at the Grammys is not something a sane person does. It's not something that a thinking person does. Because this is my, like, if I'm thinking, like, from my perspective, marriage is kind of like this. The sanctity of marriage is that no other human being sees what your wife looks like naked, right? Like that's just the way I see it, right? If a person if you're married to a certain person, I don't think anyone else should like see you naked, right? Like, because you're a married person and you have to have that kind of dignity, right? I very much believe this was Kanye's ideas, and no one was there to tell him, you know, no, this is going too far. Like, you're looking for attention if you're trying to generate buzz for your next album. This is not the way to do it, right? This is not the way to kind of create excitement. You want to know what's funny? What's funny is he had already created a lot of buzz around his album, but just staying in I don't know if it's Japan, right? It's in Japan, right? He stayed in Japan, did not talk to anyone, did not do any press, did not do any interviews or anything. He just went there. He kind of shaved off his beard. He looked like the old Kanye, right? And it got people excited because the quality of his other projects people did not like, right? People did not like the other projects that he put out, and he created excitement with that, right? So that's how you organically create excitement. That's how you create buzz. That's how you create, like, you get people talking, not in a way that kind of like desecrates the sanctity of your marriage, right? That's just the way I see it, right? So the downward spiral is brought together by one thing, and that one thing is yes men. And what do we learn from this? If you have friends that kind of agree with everything you say, you should change the type of friends you have, right? If if you cannot think of one thing that your friend has said to criticize you, that maybe it's time you start like reassessing things. Your friend has never checked you, has never said anything. It means he doesn't truly care about you, right? He doesn't criticize anything you do, because as human beings we make mistakes. That's just the natural order of life. We make mistakes. You want to keep growing. You want to keep growing, and you want your friends to keep growing, right? People who can come to you and say, hey, like, whatever you're doing, you need to rethink this, right? And people who you can tell, okay, what you're doing right now, it's not the best thing in the you should change whatever you're doing. So that's basically what I get from the downward spiral of these two artists. It's poetic that both of them end up in the same place, right? Both of them end up basically not being respected by the hip hop community, right? That's just how it is. At the end of it, never keep yes men around you. That's the big takeaway of this entire video. I'm trying to get into more thoughtful content instead of like just doing reactions 24/7. I'm thinking about that, and I'm thinking of kind of splitting my time between these two things. So other than that, I'll see you guys later. Tell me if you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, tell me about it in the comments. Give me a like, subscription. That is if you like the video. Other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.